Hello Seka, thank you for being with us today. Would you mind introducing yourself and your role at Banteay Srei, please?
Yes, of course. I used to work as a research coordinator of Banteay Srei organization for the last 9 months. I just have finished recently. It's for a few months.
And can you tell me about the research project Triple Jeopardy that you're working on?
So I will talk briefly about the research I have been done. We just call as participatory research. I would say I can say the first research in Cambodia that we need to work both with women and women with disability. Especially the interesting thing was we try to talk with many different kinds of disability. That previously some other organizations just focus on particular issue. For example, we just work in blind women, deaf women, or physical with disability. But in this research, it's quite extensive. It is extensive research that we try to mobilize resources in order to get the information from all different kinds of disability, and especially the interesting thing was this gender-based violence. Yes, and the other thing we can see the differences between the challenges that women with and without disability face when they face different things, and they have different. They have different attitude to respond to our questionnaire. What I observed, I was really impressed that women with disability was keen on to share their experiences related with gender-based violence, while women without disability tend not to be much more interested like women with disability.
Thank you. And what was your role in the project?
My role in the project is I have to work collaboratively between international partners, include IWDA, Monash University and CBM, and in a local organization with Banteay Srei and CDPO. And to be a research coordinator, I have to work collaboratively and closely with the field researchers, especially in the field, in order to monitor data, to provide technical support, to ensure that our work plan will be successfully achievable. And the other things, I learned what are the challenges and what are the advantages of working in partnership between two organizations. It was a great point, and then we can learn a lot of experience in order that if we have another project, we should learn from our mistake, and we can learn some other advantages in order to improve the further implementation.
Thank you. And from your experience in the research project, can you share your opinion of the current situation for women with disabilities in Cambodia?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think being a Cambodian, I would say that in general, women with disability, women with disability in Cambodia tend to be, I would say, the most vulnerable group in the society, because one thing because they are poor, and the second thing because they are women, and the last thing because of their disability. So these are the things that lead them to be isolated or excluded from service available or from the society, tend to think that they are the less important member of society. So which result in extreme poverty among this group.
Thank you. And can you share a little bit about the methodology of the research?
Yes, of course. In our research, we have a number of methodology. The first thing, we use a questionnaire to work with women and women without disability. The second thing, we use in-depth interview that we will only ask women with disability who face violence, any kind of violence. And the third thing, we use a focus group discussion to work with only women with disability. And the last thing, we also conduct the interview, key informant interview with the high-ranking level, with the project implementer, policy maker, in order to understand about their perception regarding to the issue of disability.
And how do you think this research project will make a difference to the lives of women with disabilities who face violence?
I probably say that this project will play a vital role, in order to change the lives of women with disability in some extent, in Cambodia. Because one thing that I was impressed about the service list. Service list plays an important role for them. I just would like to share one case about one woman who faced domestic violence from her husband, and then she got divorced, and she got mental problem. She doesn't feel well. She feels very stressed and tense. She doesn't know what to do, and mostly she just go out from her home and drink wine in her village. And I observed that she's not well. But the way she did that in order to forget the problem. So at that time, I remember that I gave her the list in order to get to access to the counseling from ASC, and then finally she feels very happy that she feels better after talking with the counselor, because mostly she feels hopeless. She wants to kill herself. She doesn't know what should she do in the near future. And the other things, in the real case that I learned from working in the field, that I would say a few women said that her neighbor tend to give more value to her after our research team went and talked with her, because they thought that even she's a woman with disability, but other people still interested in her, and then she got the attention from people around them. Yes. And one more thing that I was interested was chief village, especially because I work directly with them, tend to be more interested in working with those women that mostly they tend to forget. So through discussion and talking with them, they tend to think, they are very important to us. And then I also talk with them about the related with the gender-based violence or something like that. And then they tend to be surprised, about the important roles, of women with disability in the family as well as in the society, because we talk about the right-based approach, yeah, that we are equal. No one in the society need to be excluded.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing those stories.
Yeah.
I imagine it was very difficult research to undertake. Were there quite a few challenges in undertaking the research?
Excuse me?
What was difficult about undertaking this research?
Yeah, I would say that it has some challenges in conducting the research related with the tool in order to get the information from the survey with disability, especially deaf women, yeah, as well as intellectual with disability. Yeah, as you know that it does take time to communicate with them, to understand about them. And the other thing, we need to have the expertise on that. So we still find it difficult in order to get the information from them. Another thing, I don't think that that's a big challenge for us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it sounds like incredibly difficult topic to talk to these women about their experiences. How did you take care of your research team and make sure they were okay during the research process and yourself?
Yeah, okay. That's a good point. To me, firstly, before I start the research, I tend to feel a bit scary about that. But in the real situation, I thought that it's not many cases that we feel insecure. Yeah, because mostly we have the strategy to work with them. For example, when we meet with any woman with disability who live with their parents, and then we invited them to other place to talk. Then we have freedom to talk with them. We have a lot of opportunity to discuss a lot of things, so they feel free to talk. And one more thing, even if unfortunately that when we go and talk with them inside their house, sometimes their family member or husband come, then we find the way in order to interrupt them and let them know and understand what is our purpose, and it tends to be okay. Yes, but yeah, just a few cases that we feel that this man is trying to listen, but not many cases.
That's good.
Yeah.
And from your experiences, what other research should we consider for women with disabilities in Cambodia?
For me, I probably say research related with healthcare service. Because I observed that not many women with disability went to the hospital except they have severe disease. Yeah, and mostly they just use traditional remedy to cure. Sometimes it's not appropriate with their disease. It may cause a big trouble in the near future as well. And the other thing is related with income generation activity. Yeah, because I learned that not many people with disability, or women with disability especially, have a particular skills in order to earn income to support their life as well as their family. Yeah, so I would focus on the two things. The first thing is health, and the thing related with livelihood or income generation activity.
Great, thank you. And how do you feel after completing the research now that the 9 months of data collection is finished?
For me, I would like to say that it's a great achievement that we can finish such a big talk through working with a supporting team. Yeah, And the other thing, I would be said that I feel very confident with the data collection, because we did, I can say we have worked carefully in order to ensure that the data is, we don't say 100%, but at least we say we ensure that the data is accurate, and I think that one more thing that is that I am happy to say that I don't feel that before. I have talked with women with disability. I have provided some advice. I provided some counseling and suggestions in order for them to think positively about themselves and try to find the existing services to support their life. It is what I'm really happy the most. Yes.
Thank you, Seka, and thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah.
And also, thank you on behalf of the research project for all your phenomenal work. It definitely couldn't have been completed without you, and I think you have made a real difference to the lives of women with disabilities. So thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's my great pleasure.